back to the Dave Nemo Show.
Freaky, feisty, flinty Friday. I know it sounds crazy, but we're here at the ACT Expo over in Anaheim, California. My good friend Russell Wolf, of course, made this all possible by recording this from our studios at the Degas House in New Orleans. Phone Master Dre, of course, is today's producer of the show. We're going to open the phone lines at the end of the show, let you guys jump into the conversation about so many of the cool things we've been talking about this morning. I am, by the way, at the Media Interviews and Content Creator Zone, which is a groovy way of saying a place where people talk about really cool stuff. We're joined by Wade Seaburg here of Dragonfly Energy. Hey, Wade, good morning. How are you?
Hey, good morning, Jimmy Mac. Thanks for having me.
So let's talk a little bit about being here at the ACT Expo and all this kind of innovation kind of percolating around us. Talk about what it is you guys do and how that kind of clicks in, fits in to what you guys want to accomplish while you're here.
Absolutely. So ACT, Advanced Clean Technology, right? I mean, this is a show that's ripe for Dragonfly Energy. So we're a lithium battery manufacturer. We make our batteries in Reno, Nevada. We've recognized that, hey, the move to BEV is a great move that we need to try to tackle. But let's master leaving the truck off when we're not moving freight. We do that in all of our other markets, and so we're bringing that technology into the heavy-duty truck market. The diesel engine is a really efficient way to move freight. However, it's a poor battery charger, and there's so many fleets that are long haul over the road or that are handling liftgate applications with legacy lead-acid batteries that just can't make it through the whole evening, and the truck restarts in order to keep that driver comfortable. Our solutions enable the truck and the fleet to be able to keep that driver comfort level extremely high without ever having to recharge the batteries. So we're recharging while we're driving and moving the load, but we're always leaving the engine off when we're trying to keep the driver comfortable.
Well, and I really love the fact that it's like, and by the way, it's been a common theme here. Everybody really gets it. If the driver's uncomfortable, if the physical reality of what it means to be inside of these trucks is not a comfortable one, it don't matter how efficient they are, it don't matter what they save, ain't nobody going to get behind the wheel of them, right?
Absolutely. Well, and think about it. Like, I mean, I have 3 kids, and I remember the sleepless nights, right? And your performance throughout the day suffers when you have a sleepless night. Imagine a driver getting interrupted by sleep because that large diesel engine's cranking up and turning off throughout the evening.
Especially in the summer.
Right, especially in the summer.
Oh, my God, because you can blanket up sometimes in the winter.
Yep.
There are ways that people who can sleep.
Yeah.
Nobody ever woke up drenched in sweat or with aches and pains from an all night in the heat and ever had a productive day.
Absolutely. And so when the driver's fatigued, there's potential risks that come as well to a fleet when the driver's fatigued. So if we can do whatever's in our power to be able to make that driver comfortable so that they're not waking up throughout the evening, so that all their creature comforts, air conditioner, CPAP machine, microwave, television, all that stuff gets unended power, like that's really important.
Well, and I'm going to be real, watch this connection. So in fact, if that battery is running better, they can then make sure that they know they can have food in their truck in that refrigerator, which means they eat better, which means they lose weight, which means the CPAP machine goes away, and so forth and so on. It's just amazing that we always talk about you get killed on the road by a million cuts.
Yep.
But these are every little tiny thing that actually lights a candle, as George Bush said. Those 1,000 points of light makes for a much better driving experience, and it then sets the table for sustainability.
Yes.
Because you're putting comfort and the human factor first, and then and only then can we talk about how the environment and the rest of the world is impacted, right?
Yeah, 100%. And if we're not using the diesel engine to recharge the battery as its sole purpose, and we're leaving that engine off, I mean, we're saving like thousands and hundreds of thousands of pounds of CO2 by turning that diesel engine off during the rest periods. Like, think about it. The best, I heard a fleet at the conference yesterday say the most sustainable mile that they've ever run is the mile they don't run, right? By optimizing their routes. In conjunction with that, the most sustainable way is to not have fumes go out the tailpipe while we're at rest. Let's just leave that engine off while we're at rest.
So we do a segment with Pittsburgh Power out of Pennsylvania, and one of the great jokes is, you know what the greatest way you can damage your truck? Run it. That's it.
It is.
That's it. The moment, anytime you can turn it off and maintain comfort in the cab, turn it off and maintain the quality of what's going on with the truck. Okay.
Yeah.
Because when you don't need to run it, you shouldn't be running it, right?
Yeah, and the other nice thing about some of the solutions that we offer, actually all the solutions we offer, is that we maintain those crank batteries as well. So it's a separate system, right? You have your auxiliary battery pack that runs all your hotel loads, all your auxiliary loads, but at the same time, we're maintaining the health of those crank batteries so that we're not having to have a jump start. So that
that's the dual power pack?
Yeah, that's the dual flow.
That's what the dual flow is. Okay.
Absolutely. And that's really nice for owner operators as well, because it can be installed in under an hour, right? It slides right through that cabin door, that side door of the sleeper bunk, and sits under the bunk. That's how, Airstream and all of our other OEMs on the recreational side of our business, that's how those folks install their batteries today, is they sleep on top of them, and they have a great experience.
Let's talk about also you guys being a good neighbor to your communities and all that as well, because so much of what you're doing here in the United States.
100%.
And talk about what it meant to go over to Nevada, to be a part of the action over there, and what Dragonfly is trying to do as a, what I call an ethical member of the community over in Nevada.
Yeah, we employ about 150 Americans. The onshoring effort was an effort that we did from the beginning. We saw a lack of battery knowledge here in the United States. We assemble 100% of our packs in Reno, Nevada. We design them, we fully assemble them all there. We still have to, the only way you can get lithium cells today is to import them from Asia. So we're still importing our cells. However, we have a really nice path, and the reason we located in Nevada was because of the geology-rich platform that's there. And there's now, we're a founding member of some of the organizations within the Northern Nevada community. There's a lithium loop that's happening there, right, with recyclers of lithium, redwood materials, aqua metals. We have an offtake agreement with Ioneer, who's the first fully permitted mine in the recent history. So in 2027, we're going to begin to get lithium out of the ground in the Reno area and be able to turn it into cells.
Well, that's going to be a great conversation, too, because who'd have ever thought back in the 70s or early 80s that America would become the greatest exporter of natural gas in the world? And part of that is because of the continued innovations that went on. And look, but there are communities like in Pennsylvania that have been incredibly served by the ability to actually move natural gas all over the country. Is there the potential that with new technologies we find the kind of stuff that we're looking for here in the United States, or south of the border or north of the border, where we have better access to it, and let's be honest, on some occasions, better partners?
Yes.
That's the truth.
Yeah, 100%. There is, I like to say we find new resources every time we go start looking for them, right? So now that the awareness is higher and heightened, and we're starting to actually look for these natural resources, we're finding, the largest lithium deposit is in northern Nevada, right on the Oregon-Nevada line. And
it was an exciting moment for a lot of people, by the way.
Oh, yeah, 100%. And and the innovation's happening as well. And that's really where we live, is in the innovation and being able to manufacture cells and packs inside the United States with resources that we're able to find here as well.
We're talking with friend of the show, Wade Seaburg of Dragonfly Energy this morning on this Freaky Feisty Friday here on the Dave Nemo Show. We've only got about a minute or so here, maybe just about 30 or 40 seconds. Anything fun you're going to be doing over the next couple of days?
I'm going to the Dodgers game tonight.
Oh, fantastic.
So that's fun.
My wife and I get one pack every year of like 7. There's a 7-ticket pack that we get later on in the year. Have you ever been?
I've never been to Dodger Stadium, so I'm looking forward to it.
Wait till you see how you enter the stadium.
Okay.
For anybody who's a big baseball fan. And you guys, Nevada's going to get baseball really soon as well, too, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. We have AAA right now, the Aces, and I'm a diehard Cub fan. I grew up northwest of Chicago. So
hey, they're playing real good baseball right now.
First place.
I know. I'm very excited about that. We love baseball over here. Hey, guys, check them out. Where can they go?
Battlebornbatteries.com to find more out about our trucking solutions, or dragonflyenergy.com to look at what we're doing from a corporate initiative.
We will drop that stuff on the social medias as well. Go to radionemo.com, go to YouTube, and get it on our Radio Nemo YouTube channel. We'll be right back after these messages from Anaheim. Thank you, Russell. Thank you, Dre.